Okay, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. It's the same thing as yesterday. I got the different speaker on, and the fan was on yesterday. It was blowing to be hell. Excuse me. I got this, so I got 7:35, so I got about 9 minutes here. So this is day 2. Day 1 is, I'm going to try to change the label on it, but it says 4. Something about segment or cut 4. Good morning, Tom Bunnell. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm going to do another 9-minute segment. I'm going to do one of these every single day if I can the rest of my life. So I'm going to be outside and, whole different. This is just raw beginning. I'm going to get a little stage setting. I'm going to do a little comedy for you. I'm going to play a little music and try to get your stupid ass to look and see and feel and breathe and get onto this thing that we're discussing here. And I showed Dad the one I did yesterday. He said, "That's a little harsh with that language." Well, I know that. But how do you, what kind of adjectives you use? Does that just blow everybody out of the saddle because you say fuck or shit or son of a bitch or, those are adjectives. And you watch the presidents and you watch the people in war and you watch the people on the street. When things get hot and things get heated, they'll also say, "Oh my God!" These are all definitions. So you can, if it offends you, then you would want to not come here. That's because I'm not gonna pussyfoot around and pretend and play and be Mr. Nice and guy. How do you talk nice and sweet about murder and killing millions of people? And of course, you don't think that's happening. These Mr. Sweet Nice people. And Dad and I just had a discussion about all this grass and this whole lifestyle. People mowing their ditches and getting their little golf carts to go bat that little ball around the golf course with their nice shoes and stand around and talk business. And everything's just peachy, hunky-dory for them. And that would be okay if it weren't for the fact that they're sending the bombs in. Of course, they don't think they're sending them in. But they're supporting that whole system that does. And they're supporting that whole economic system, democracy and capitalism and Christianity and freedom and this whole thing about imposing our will all over the world. Factor 2 here is our immediate families right here. Rich people, poor people, Christian people, non-Christian people, Jews, Baptists, anybody. What's happening to our families. Now, you can look at all the sweetness and all the goodness at a particular gathering or something, if that was it. And then the effects of this on the earth, And, of course, we're some nut, tree-hugging activists, fools, Robin Hoods, and, all this stupidity is what they're hanging on us. All these rich people that want more, and they want everything to continue on, and this European English mentality. And like I say, it wouldn't be so bad if we weren't taking over all the rest of the world, if the population hadn't gone to 7 billion, if our internal cultures and societies and families weren't just being wiped out. Drugs and homosexuality and religion and all the goofy, crazy, distorted shit that's going on. And I wish that wasn't happening. And don't think I don't see the birds singing and the beauty and the green and I mean it's just gorgeous. If you look at the lake, don't deal with the fact that you can't eat the fish. And if you look at all the wonderful gardens and don't realize that they're all fertilized and pesticided, and of course they'll say organic. This is organic, it's organic hybrid seed, and it's still got the same air and the same water. And that's, so this sugar thing, bam, 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 sugar, 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 Bunnell, sugar, 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 sugar. Well, I wouldn't be saying sugar, 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 sugar. I got a barrel right here, I was sitting here, I was using for a table, 50 gallons or something. Well, I take 50 gallons of cocaine and line up 5,000 people, and everyone come by and get their cocaine, the little babies, got to make a little short stool for them, get their cocaine, And then, of course, they're all robust, and when everything's going good, they're just having a great time, I get that Jewel, up in Alaska there, Merle Haggard protege, singer, you know, you were only half alive until you give the whitening a try. Well, the whitening, sure, just like the Inca high priest or Aztec, you know, they would do caffeine. They considered it to be a link to paradise because things would brighten, and the birds would chirp a little more, and the water down the creek, and the baby's laughter, and I mean, just the whole thing. It enhances. Now, if it just did the enhancement, like in Jules' case with you're only half alive, so this is more. And now you got to come back to the normal world, but the normal world seems dull because you've been to this, what they consider to be an enlightened, existence. And it's more than that because it affects your instincts. Your instincts are smelling and hearing the birds chirp and the water. You got all that, but it's also your instincts of territory and mating and family. See, and it's all become more, and that's, it doesn't fit because it's abnormal. It's a high. So the real world and the real sexuality and the real diet and the real aggressions and territorial disputes and stuff get exaggerated, and pretty soon things become, if somebody gets angry, they get more than angry. If somebody gets upset, the king drops off with their heads, and it's just extreme. So that's the high. I keep fighting this high. That's about 7 minutes. So I only got about 2 more minutes here this morning. So happy July the 8th, 2014. Just down below here, you'll see, I think it's home and older posts. That'll be yesterday. You can click older post, you'll get yesterday. And each day I'll put just a single one on here. If you're interested, you ought to be, because what I'm saying is vitally important, and it's the truth. It's not an exaggeration. Yeah, it's not a distortion. It's reality. And I just stumbled onto it. I'm just a common person, but I'm quite intelligent. I've read since I was a child, and I've observed, and I've been down the road here. I'm 69. I'll be 70 the next birthday in April. And so I'm doing this for my kids, your kids, the grandkids, all of our grandkids. I'm doing this for black people, white people, green people, purple people. I'm doing this for Christians and non-Christians, Republicans and non-Republicans, even though I have some really adamant views on some of those things. I'm doing it for homosexuals, non-homosexuals. I'm not doing it for pedophiles. They can all die, what they do to these children. And so there it is, we're in a world of shit, and we need to work on it. I'm going to turn this thing off and process it and put it on. Howdy. Adios. 7:43, 8 minutes. We're in good shape. Okay, I hope these new speakers worked, and I hope you were able to get the vision and the sound improved, easier listening. A lot of times I'm going to be outside in the background. I'm going to turn this off so I don't go over. But I'm going to have, out here in the elements and the wind and the lakes and the people. I'll be set up in carnivals and shows and everywhere. Okay, adios. Thank you.